10 things you need to know before having an energy healing session or Kundalini activation session, whatever, with people. There's 10 things here for you to ask them to get a better idea of what it is they do. So let's go. So, first things we'll ask them. If they call the energy they use life force energy, what do they think it is? Because if they use life force energy, they are using chi or prana. And if they don't know the differences between the energies, that shows you the level they have. 2, if they say it's totally safe or 100% safe, then it clearly shows you they don't know what they're talking about. Number 3, if they say to you, oh, I don't control the energy, it's just up to the energy to what happens, it shows you they have no control over what they are doing. Number 4, if they say, my energy doesn't connect with your energy, it's just one stimulates the other. Again, it shows you they don't have a very deep level of understanding, because in advanced work, when you have combined journeys together, when a facilitator can come in and read your thoughts or see the images you're going through, clearly the energies do connect. So if they say they don't connect, then again, it shows you they don't know what they're talking about. Number 5, ask them if they've heard of something called Kundalini syndrome, if they're working with Kundalini energy. If they don't know what it is and they can't tell you what it is, then again, they don't know what they're talking about. Similarly, 6, if they say, oh, it's about Ida and Pingala and the masculine and the feminine energy, ask them what masculine and feminine energy means, because again, it just shows they're telling you the bog standard stuff. Because energy is energy. It's not masculine and it's not feminine. Because as soon as we say it's masculine or feminine energy, whilst there is the Ida the Bengala, the answer is obviously one is electrical and one is magnetical. They will say, no, it's the divine feminine, which is more pure. The masculine energy is harder. It's more about empowerment. It's more about control. Just, it's complete rubbish. Number 7. If they play music during the session and they play like a playlist. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with playing playlists, but if they play playlists and it's sort of like ecstatic dance music where they take you up and down and it's very hard pelting music and things like that, again, it can be a really good fun time. I'm not trying to say to anyone with the answer to these questions, don't go and use these facilitators. I'm just saying it shows their knowledge so you know what they're doing. So if they use playlists with all this high music and everything, what that's actually doing is it's stimulating endorphins, it's stimulating adrenaline in your body to create a more addictive experience. Again, don't get me wrong, this can be very good fun, but it's much like going to a club, going to a discotheque, going to a music festival, and just, really feeling the music and getting into it, going to an ecstatic dance session. And what they're doing is they're using that to, one could say, to increase the power of the experience, yes, but at the same time, they are relying on your endorphins, your connection with the music, your adrenaline to create an experience rather than it being an energy session. So again, it's not a bad thing necessarily. It can create great experiences, but just understand why it's happening. And if they don't know that, again, 8, do they always just do the same thing every time in a session? If they just say every single time, okay, come in, lie down, we're going to put the music on, and it's the same thing every time, again, it shows, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. All I'm saying is it's showing the level of their abilities. Because there are many different things we can do with energy. We can have sacred sexual energy sessions. We can have pranic energy sessions. We can have Kundalini energy sessions. We can work on specific areas, specific chakras, specific dantians. We can open different things in different sessions. So again, if they only do one thing, it just shows the level of what they're doing. Now, as I said, don't get me wrong, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. For me, in my free sessions, a lot of the time, I do the same thing because it's to give you a sample of the energy, to give you a taste of it. So if you want to go further, we can go further with it. In my paid sessions, we go into different things. We do different things. 9, ask them. But what happens if at the end of the session, I'm really sort of high on energy, especially for people who after the session have to sort of get in a car and drive home? Ask them, how do you bring me down? Because I've had this happen to me in sessions. I've gone to sessions with people and they've taken me super high. And then they're like, okay, session's over. Time to go home. Okay, bye. And I'm there sort of like, I'm super high. Literally, when you get really high on the energy, it's like being on a plant medicine or having taken drugs. You're high. And so that would be dangerous to then go and get in a car and drive. So how are they going to bring you down? Now, luckily, when I did it and it happened to me, I know what I'm doing. So I was really high at the end of the session. I knew how to bring myself down. But a lot of people don't. And the way they work is they will push you and push you and push you, because for them, it's all about making you move, making your body move. And that's what's successful. It's an egotistical thing that they have to make you move. And so they will push you and push you and push you, and quite possibly push you further than you're ready to go, which will push you beyond the edge and create these highs, which a slight high is awesome. But if they push you too far, that can be problematic. And unfortunately, there are many facilitators out there that's what they do. It's about pushing people as far as possible. They don't control it. And number 10, ask them sort of their knowledge. So this one isn't a straight question. But when you talk to them about energy, if they just know about the chakras, the Ida, the Pingala, the Shushumna, and the energy bodies, if that's all they know, sorry, I've got dogs barking in the background here. If that's all they know, that just goes to show again the level of their knowledge. Do they know about the meridian system? Do they know about the microcosmic orbit? Do they know about the dantians? Do they know about the granthis? Do they know about just all these other little things? Can they explain to you what a banda is? Simple things. They're many things that any qigong teacher will know, any yoga teacher will know. It's basic stuff. And if they don't know at least those things, because the energy they are working with activates all these things, if they don't understand them, if they don't understand the difference between an energy orgasm and releasing trauma, if it's, oh, well, it's sort of random, they're not controlling the energies that are working. So again, it just points out their level. With this summed up, I'm not saying if you ask these questions and you get the wrong answer, or a bad answer to all the questions. I'm not saying in that case, don't do sessions with them. I'm just saying, be very cautious, because this will tell you to a high probability, not definitely, but to a high probability, these people have gone on a 3-day course or a 6-day course. They've learned how to activate the energies, they've learned the bare basics, and that's it. Many of the students that come and take my trainings are exactly this. They are people who have gone on these trainings and they've like, okay, I've activated the energies. Yes, and I can feel the energy or not feel the energy, but when I do it, the person in front of me, their body moves. But I am sensible enough to know that I don't know what I'm doing, and I want to know more about what I'm doing. I want to learn the control about what I'm doing. And many of my students are these people because they realize they don't know what they're doing. So as I said, just be cautious about these things. Let's raise the standards of energy healing, of things like pranic healing, Kundalini activation, whatever you want to call these things. See you in another video.